Quite a bit to get through. We've got trending topics, we've got the stories of the day, but let's start with our question of the day. And this is what we want to pulse you on this morning. So I'm sure many of us were watching, if not watching, listening to, or read about it later on. But what did you make of Julius Malema's accusations outside the state capture inquiry yesterday?
All right, it was an interesting day, even to the point that they were speaking about it inside the commission, saying that they just can't hear what Minister Pravin Gordhan was actually saying because of the noise that was coming from outside. But I suppose let's not worry about what noise was inside. Let's talk about the noise that was being made outside. What did you make of it? All the things that Julius Malema was putting out there. We'd love to hear from you. Write to us at Morning Live SABC, hashtag Morning Live SABC. That's what you can get hold, or just Morning Live. I think that's what you can get a hold of us in the hashtag. Okay, let's move on to stories of the day, the big ones for this Wednesday day. Yeah, and we start with the Auditor General, who will release the audit results for the country's national and provincial departments, as well as their entities for the 2017-18 financial year. And this is always, you know, it makes for great discussion once those figures actually hit you. Indeed. All right, the Association of Mine Workers and Construction Union, that's AMCU, is expected to give details on its planned strike action at all Sibanye Stillwater mine operations. Power utility Eskom, they are expected to appear before Parliament's Public Enterprises Committee on its annual report and financial statements for the 2017-18 financial year. And Public Enterprises Minister Pravin Gordhan goes into day 3 of his testimony at the Commission of Inquiry into allegations of state capture. Right, those are some of the stories to look out for. Let's take a look at what you've already been talking about, and those, of course, the trending topics on Twitter, and here they are. Okay, so Tom Moyane is the one that's trending, and this, I think, is all on the back of our former president, Jacob Zuma, stepping in to the defense of Tom Moyane. Or is it to the defense of Tom Moyane, or is it against the Nugent Commission, saying, hang on a second, I'm the one who told this commission to go ahead, and I don't think that he should have been fired. There's no basis to recommend firing the former Revenue Services boss, Tom Moyane. That's according to former President Jacob Zuma, who filed an affidavit in the Constitutional Court. So, very interesting twist there. I don't think it's unexpected, but nonetheless, it'll be interesting conversation, as we say. Professor Maluleke is going to be our guest.
Absolutely, because it takes us back to the terms of reference of that commission, because Zuma now saying that Nugent has stepped outside the bounds of that commission and the terms of reference that was set. So I'm sure you'll have fun there with Professor Maluleke unpacking that one. Hashtag Julius Malema. And of course, we're asking you that in our question of the day as well. Julius Malema making all sorts of accusations there outside the State Capture Commission yesterday in Parktown, talking about journalists and how they are, as he put it, defenders of Cyril Ramaphosa and Pravin Gordhan. So we want to know from you, what did you make of those utterances there? And one of the other things that also goes hand in hand with that is hashtag Pravin must fall. Yeah, and I think that obviously on the back of the talk that, or the arousing speech, we should say, that Julius Malema was giving. And then, of course, the EFF are tweeting out there everything he was saying with that hashtag Pravin must fall. So it's all linked together to the State Capture Commission that's currently underway. So Momentum is trending. We saw that all yesterday, that Momentum have done an absolute U-turn and said, no, hang on a second, we actually are going to pay. So we're going to pay that 2.4 million, even though they still say, and we had it in the news, please don't do this again. Don't say that you are healthy when you're not, when you go into these contracts. It just makes me wonder, after yesterday and all the reputational damage that they have suffered as a consequence, does this alter your perception of Momentum in any way? Just by the by. So if you want to let us know about that, feel free to get in touch as well. My sense is the damage is done. I think that's the unfortunate part of it. And I wonder how many other people will now step forward and say, hang on a second, you did the same thing to me. Now they can get paid, but I'm not allowed to get paid. So I'm wondering if this is going to open up a can of worms. Not sure, but let's see what goes down there. And